Hello, it's Caroline at For the Love of Crochet, and I just wanted to pop in to share with you some things that I've been working on, some cows I'll be a part of in July. Yeah, I have a couple of cows that I want to join this month, and I want to share that with you at the end. And also, I have a few finished objects and a couple of acquisitions that I think you'd be interested in. So let's begin. So my first pattern is an amigurumi, and his name is Benji the Bear. He's supposed to be a bear. Look at this. Okay, so he's not supposed to be stuffed all the way according to the pattern. And unfortunately, I made quite a few mistakes. Okay, so first of all, I bought the wrong pattern. So there's two patterns for this bear. And let me tell you what I did wrong. So that way, if you like this pattern and you go check it out on Etsy, you will see that the designers came out much better, and with good reason, because I messed up quite a bit. First mistake, I bought the wrong pattern. There is Benji the Bear, and there's Chunky Benji the Bear. And so I bought not the chunky one, but I wanted the chunky one. So then, so I'm working up the pattern and I'm starting to do the body. Everything is going great. I had the perfect yarn for this. This is Romantique Yarn Bee Hobby Lobby. Got it on clearance. I mean, look at that. It's so gloriously soft and snuggly. I knew I wanted it for this bear. Well, turns out I was working him up, right? Then I started making mistakes up here. I know what it is. It's because she tries to hide the what's it called? The stitch line. She tries to hide the stitch line. I just got confused on that, and I kept trying to do what she did, but what I ended up doing is just adding another stitch every time I was doing that. And so I'm like, I can't do this. So I had switched to the top, right? And I was still trying to follow it because this is a striped shirt. And I was like, well, she has that for a reason. It's to hide the stitch line and the contrast. And it actually does pretty good, but I still did it wrong and I kept adding a stitch. So my bear was getting fatter around his sweater. These are the colors I used, or the yarns. I used two different yarns. Charisma just says Charisma Yarn Lane. I probably got it on clearance, and I had only one ball of it. And then I had a Bella Coco from one of her boxes, and I just thought, well, you know what, I'll make it pink because it's a brown bear. Pink and brown really go cute together. And I just kept getting thicker and thicker, and then I realized, you know what, I need to quit. And I just started to get the stitch count right instead of trying to hide my stitch line. So that was the first mistake. Or the second mistake. So wrong pattern, wrong. Trying to follow the, hide the stitch line. And then I also chose the wrong yarn because I had made mistakes. I could not undo this yarn at all. No, once it's in, you're stuck with it. So I was like, oh no. So because I was like missing stuff, she had a tutorial on the legs part. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to follow her tutorial for the legs part. Well, that's third mistake because I had bought the wrong pattern. She was doing the tutorial for the chunky Benji. And so I was doing it and I was looking at her pattern and my pattern, and they were different stitches, different stitch counts. And I was like, your pattern's different from mine. She told me my mistake. So I had one leg that was supposed to belong to Chunky Benji, and I have one leg that I tried to copy what I did because I didn't go back to the tutorial. I just tried to follow the pattern, but I remembered a little bit, so I just messed up. So he has two uneven legs, kind of. You can't really tell too bad. And then because this yarn was working up the way it was, I just got a very small head. And the pattern is small, but mine came out really small. And so my bear doesn't look like a bear. It looks like a mouse. So I just need to give him a tail and make him a mouse. Ah, my poor bear. So yeah, she has some great pattern. I mean, I really loved the pattern, but I wanted to do Chunky Benji. Now, if you knit, she also has, for Chunky Benji, knitwear. So here he is. I tried to give him some pretty eyes as well. Like I said, I thought I picked the best yarn. I thought I picked the right pattern. And then I was trying to hide the stitch line, following her directions, but I was just ending up adding a stitch. So he's even a chunkier. And yeah, so what do you think? What do you think? Should I turn him into a mouse? So this is Benji the Bear, not Chunky. Okay, so that's number one. By the way, that pattern tutorial and designer is on YouTube, and she has a channel called A Object and Knitting, and it's not object, it's without the C. So I'll list all of those things down below, but she's been very pleasant to watch. She has a lovely, smooth, relaxing video. So, and she's from Israel. So her ideas and the things that she's interested in are different. And so I really enjoy watching her channel. Okay, number two. My doll that I made the dress using a hair tie. Okay, so here she is. So I should have made her dress a little longer, but folks, I did not like this yarn after all because of the spaces that you could see through it. So I want to make it again in a different yarn, and I couldn't find my yarn to give her a nose, so I want to give her a nose as well, but I'm actually kind of burnt out on her. It's like a nag in the back of your, I just need to put it away and come back to it another day. But I got an acquisition that I thought this little girl could use. I went to Hobby Lobby and I got some goodies. So we may have an acquisition time right here. I got this for $9, which is a lovely basket. And these are the goodies I got, plus something down here. But I got this, and when I saw it, I thought, maybe this could be for her. So they were $5.99, and they are these glittery shoes. So let's see if they fit. Boy, look at those. They fit really good. Oh, those are so cute for $5.99. Now, I didn't stuff her legs to where she can stand. She will bend. Yeah, I didn't stuff it very tight. And her legs are quite long and her hips are quite wide. I need to learn this pattern better. But I don't want to overstuff it because then they look like fat legs. So anyway, those look super cool. They fit perfectly. So cool. $5.99 at Hobby Lobby. So when I saw those, I was like, those probably fit my doll. I was finally right. I got something that fit. If I make her again, I may try and put sticks, dowels in her legs maybe. Or use a smaller yarn, but then those shoes might not fit. I don't remember. I know it's a 4-weight yarn that I used for this, and now I can't even remember what yarn it was. But that is fascinating. Let me show you what else I got from Hobby Lobby. Okay, so looking in the same section, I saw these glasses. So cute. And they will fit on some toys for sure. These were $3.99. Very cute little ones. I have to find the right toy to put them on. I think these would go perfect on my next bunny pattern. So I'm going to try him on my bunny video. So if you want to see it on my toy, check out that video. And I got 4 packages of eyes. Now they are just so cheap. $2.29 for 15 millimeter eyes, 12 pieces. So that's what, 6 sets of eyes. They have a great back for $2.29. I mean, that is a great price. And this one says wiggle eyes as well, but they are a different color and they are a smaller size, same price. These are 12 millimeter, and again, 8 sets of eyes. These have like a brown purple backing to them. And then I got this one just to try it out. They would probably go good on a frog. These were $1.49 all by themselves, but it says movable frog. Oh, it is a frog eye. It says movable frog eyes in green, and they are cool looking. And they're shaped really neatly. So it has a larger bottom and a narrower top, and then it also has that little bit of wiggle in them. And then I got this one, which is a larger movable frog eyes in green, and this one is 24 millimeter. Oh, you'll probably be able to see the wiggle on this one. So there. So that is what I got from Hobby Lobby. I mean, they're all very cheap. And if you've watched Craftably Ever After or any market prepper, there is a very popular pattern, much like the Leggy Froggies, that is a pigeon? No, chick. It is a chick, and it's so cute and classy. It would fit in a like country house, but also a modern house, depending on how you decorate. Anyways, they had this at Hobby Lobby on clearance when I went. It was $22 on clearance. The regular price, I cannot believe, is $90. So I got it 75% off. And that is $22.49, and those little chicks would fit in here. And it was so funny. So I've had that pattern at the bottom of my computer, ready to hook up. It's just waiting for my opportunity and the yarn. And you know, sometimes something strikes and you're like, I'm gonna crochet something else. I have it ready and I haven't started it yet. So and I even got that. So anyway, okay, so those are my 2 finished items, but I have one more finished item, which is my next bunny pattern. So if you want to see those glasses on him, check out my next video. But I want to share with you some cowls. Nomad Stitches, I believe her name is Sandra, is a very great designer in garments. She makes a lot of garments. She's very popular, and she has a free pattern available called the Vesuvius top, and it's made with a fingering weight yarn. And if you've been with me, you know that I have some lovely fingering weight yarns that I've been wanting to make garments with, and she has this free top, and hearing her talk about it, it has very simple stitches that create such a beautiful design, and the shoulder is such great design, like shaping wise. And she made it a crop top, but of course you just continue on to make it the length that you would like. And so I have joined in. It starts today, July 1st, in case you're watching this, July 1st till the end of the month. She's going to be giving away prizes. on Instagram, I believe. So you type in the hashtag. Anyway, this is the yarn that I picked. This is the yarn that I got from the San Diego yarn crawl last year. I have a video of that if you want to check it out. It was funny. And this is from a Simpler Time store, and it is made with 70% alpaca and 30% silk, and it's a fingering, and it's called Lily Peach, and this will be very good on my skin tone. So I'm gonna make that top with this. I have already done my stitch gauge, my gauge swatch. I am set, I'm ready, and I'll be hooking that up. So I'll be sharing that on Instagram. Okay, secondly, I'm doing a test pattern for the one that I'm signed up for the year, and it is a tank top. Now, I have previously had problems with a granny stitch tank top before. I got really overwhelmed. I was doing a test pattern for that, and I just got really overwhelmed and couldn't do it and felt so bad, and I just couldn't do it. And so it kind of intimidated me and scared me from trying anything really cool with designs and shaping and everything. So this Vesuvius top that Nomad Stitches is doing, I'm going to try and help myself get over that hump. And then I am testing, I signed up to be a tester for the year for a designer it's under wraps because she's making a book. So I'm not going to say who or what. I'm just letting you know it's a tank top. And I've started it, and I just got swept away in that pattern. I started to crochet and I could not stop. It was so cool, and I was able to get the shaping, and she made it so easy, and I'm so excited to share that. But I'm going to share what color I'm doing it in. So this Hobby Lobby yarn, if you had this from the first clearance, not this next clearance, they got rid of all of this Tweed Indeed, which is so extremely soft and flexible. It's 46% acetate, 46% cotton, 6% viscose, and 2% polyester. And to work with it is like a dream. If you have this yarn, this is great for garments because it feels so soft. It's beautiful. I love this in your hands. It's so nice. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to do a two-tone top again. If you are no stranger here, I often do two-tone tops because I run out of yarn, and that is the case for this. I don't think I will have enough to complete. I had 4 of these, and I don't think it's enough to complete this top. I think I needed 5. So instead of just having, a little bit of striping or whatever, I'm going to do the front side in this color, and I'm going to do the back side in this color, which is another complementary color to my skin tone. And this one is Tweed Indeed golden tweed. Yeah, I'm so excited about that testing top. Okay. And for the third thing, I am going to be joining in the Deck the Halls collab with Ella at No Catchy Name, and Kim at the Crafty Nomad, and Terri at the Yarn Joy podcast. Now, my focus, I will be presenting videos every Monday in the month of July. And my focus for Christmas is going to be Christmas stockings, because all the Christmas stockings that I have for my children, who are all grown and out of the house now, are from when they were first born. Their little baby stocking that I bought. It doesn't say like baby's first Christmas or anything. I just, every child of mine that was born, I bought them a Christmas stocking, and that was their stocking for their life. So I still have those. So yeah, I want to make new Christmas stockings, because now that they're all grown and out of the house and setting up their own Christmases, I want to put up a more elegant style, a boho style, and that is where I'm going with my Christmas. I'm going to be presenting maybe more of a boho style Christmas ideas And I already have my stocking on the go. So tune in Monday, July 3rd. I think it's July 3rd. And so every Monday thereafter, I will be talking about all the Christmas things that I'm working on for this year, which is really cool because instead of waiting so long, I am now thinking about Christmas and what I want to have done for Christmas. And yeah, so I'm really excited. I want to participate in this. So if you want to join along, let them know and they will add you to their lineup. Quite a few podcasters are joining in. So if you want to get ideas for Christmas or get in the Christmas spirit, let's see. Oh, my Hexa Daisy Cow. Okay, that is so cool. So Mima Makes on Facebook, on Etsy, on Instagram. Mima Makes Designs. I will have it listed below, but I did a video on it. I'll link it right there. I have done it's a little watermelon. I have done 3 of the Hexa Daisies motifs. And so you're supposed to leave a long tail. The yellow isn't coming out. Too much light. So it has a yellow center, but the yarn I chose for the daisy is sparkly and you can't tell, and it's such a light sparkle. It's an iridescent sparkle. I'll show you the yarn right now because it's at Hobby Lobby. So I left my tails in, but I've never really worked with blue. I never pull blue, and so because I picked that yarn pack, it was in there. So here's one. And I did another one because I'm like, I never do blue. So here's 2. And then here's the color that I love. And it's that hot pink, like super deep hot pink. And the color that's on the camera is the color that it is. The white is, I want to say thank you to Cheryl at the Curly Moose Crochets. She hasn't been making videos, but she sent me a lovely gift for Hobby Lobby, and that's what was able to get me my white. I went to Hobby Lobby to get the white to make the daisies in this flower, and I picked Sweet Delight in Angel. This turned out to be too thin, but I went and got these with the gift that she sent. She sent me a gift card for Hobby Lobby. Thank you so much. And so I got that, but this one didn't work. So I'm not sure if I'll keep it or take it back, but the one that did work was already in my stash, but I only have one. And it was called Yarn Bee Highlights. Very pretty, a 3-weight yarn, and this has a little bit, like I said, that iridescent sparkle to it. But it's so, let me turn off the lights. Okay, you can kind of see it there, just a little bit of sparkle. Well, very hard to see, but it's in there, and it's very, very sparkly. It's so pretty, but it's so light. This is what I'm going to use to do my daisy centers and the bordering and the outside border. Okay, so I had a little, I'm doing a little procession, right? So I'm making all the centers, and I needed quite a bit. I only made half of what I needed, so here's all the centers of the daisies, which is really easy to whip up when you have like 15 minutes, and you can just add it to your basket. And then I started to make the daisy part. So there's not a lot of tails, it's just these 2 tails, and then you do your final one in the whole color, right? So it's not that much. It's pretty cool. I don't mind either because I put on a movie and I get through all my ends through a movie. But I just love this little procession I have going on. So I'm making all the centers. So I'll finish making centers when I only have a little bit of time. and then I will start making the daisies and get them all done, and then I'll moving on to all the colors. But I had to work up a few of them just to make sure I had the pattern right. Everything was going smoothly. So I'm excited to see this come together, and it's not that big with this DK weight yarn. I really love the size of this motif. You know, it's like the size of my hand. So I'm excited to be a part of that cow. Okay, now I did try something from one of my books. Just let me share one more thing with you. I tried, maybe you can help me. I tried something from this book. Now, this author is a designer here where I live, and she does a lot of color work. I wanted to make this pillow. I thought it would get rid of some scraps. It's something I've been wanting to do, and I tried to do it. This requires you to have little spools, pins of that colored yarn, and I was not being successful with that. I had a fail with this because you need bobbins of this yarn in one color, two colors, and then again like on both sides, because then you turn your work. That is what I found confusing. I'd rather do this in like a mosaic stitch or overlay or something, or even just applique it. This was really hard for me, so I'm gonna have to try and research how to do that, or I really want to make a pillow like that. Now the color I chose was this from I Love This Yarn in Linen. I love this color. It's such a beautiful color. I can't, it's linen. It basically looks like a linen color. It's a very beautiful. You could use this as a skin tone. You could use this as a white. You could use this as a cream. It's just such a good color. So linen. So I tried to work it up, and I thought I could do it with my scraps of yarn, and I tried, but I'm just having a huge mess. And I'm, like I said, crochet is my comfort, my quiet time, my relaxing time, and this wasn't happening. So that was a fail. So how are you doing? Are you thinking about Christmas in July? It's my birthday month, so I was just excited to join all the cows, and I can't believe how many cows there are. By the way, Hooking Up with Books is just around the corner. July 15th, we're revealing. I have 2 entries so far. And our book is The Giver. You can watch the movie or you can read the book. A lot of people have made an animal. Some people have made a toy. I am not making a toy, so I'm excited to share with you what I made. I finally finished it. I think this 2 months time period to read the book and make something is turning out great. So there's still 13 days, because I need mine a couple of days in advance. So send me your pictures. Like I said, I have 2. I have Carlotta's, Shondell. I think I only have those 2. If you sent me a picture and you don't hear your name, message me, email me again, because I'm only human and I want to make sure I catch it. So there you go. That is our episode for today. If you want to see the next bunny pattern, you have to click there, and it's so cool. You're going to love it. Go check it out. I'm excited, and see what dilemmas I got up to with that one.